Hi guys. Sorry I haven't posted a video for a while. It's just been a time of trying to get through basically for the last however many months. I don't even know how many months it's been since I uploaded anything, but I look like crap because I feel like crap, but I wanted to make a video about the mindset of people who are damaged by psych meds, who are harmed by pharmaceuticals, because I just feel like it needs to be made. If you're new to the channel, back in 2020, I had a surgery, a pelvic surgery, and after that, I was given anti-nausea meds and developed akathisia. And to treat the akathisia, I was put in a psych hospital and put on Ativan. It is the equivalent of 30 milligrams a day. And since then I have been tapering off, so years I've been sick from this stuff. And yeah, that's basically the gist of it. But I wanted to talk about the frustration of the mental load of being harmed by pharmaceuticals, both for the carers of people who are harmed, but for other people who are harmed to hear, so that they don't feel so alone. Because I think we all feel the same, yet somehow, even if we talk to each other, we still feel so alone. And this drug damage, this pharmaceutical damage, this withdrawal, whatever you want to call it, it's the most lonely experience. It really is. And it's not being dramatic, because if you've gone through it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can be surrounded by a room full of people and you are suffering so badly in your body, and people might not be able to see it, but you feel so alone. I think it's true for chronic illness as well. People with, horrible chronic illnesses, they don't see all the time the pain that you're going through, because you don't want people to see it. So you're trying to be tough, you're trying to hold it together, you're trying to talk to somebody and look normal and act normal and do all the things, but inside you're just screaming. Your body is screaming at you and telling you it's not okay, and you just so badly want to show other people. But I guess a lot of times when you do, it's met with a lot of negative feedback, or they just simply don't understand, or it's, there's nowhere to go with it, basically. And it's like, oh, that's sad to hear, I hope you feel better soon, and that's it. And it's true that there's nothing they can do, there's nothing anyone can do to come and save us. No one's gonna swoop in and save the day and give us a magic pill to make it go away, or give us this magic nugget of advice that's gonna change everything. And I guess that's why we feel so alone, is because there's no help, there's no one to turn to. We're just stuck in our thoughts all the time by ourselves, and no one wants to hear about it over and over again, especially if you've been damaged for years and you've been talking to the same people, and it's just, what more can you say after that amount of time? And I understand from their point of view, but we really need to talk about it. We really need to get things off our chest. But I think that it's hard, because doing that with family members can be really tiring for them. And then doing that with people who are also injured, it can become this, I need to one up you, I need to level up you, because well, you're doing this, so you must be okay, or, or you're out of bed, well, you must not be as bad as me, or, but for the person who's out of bed, it might be because they can't stop pacing around the house. So I'm sick of the games that people play in these situations with each other when you do try and talk to people. Oh, well, I've got this many symptoms. Well, I've got this many symptoms, and it's just a stupid game, and I don't want to be a part of it. So that makes things even lonelier because you can't even talk to people really who are in the same boat as you. And professionals, I mean, who can afford talking to a professional? I can't. And when, while you're in a traumatic event, I don't really see the point of trying to get therapy while you're in the middle of a traumatic event. It's kind of like you got to wait till it's over so then you can deal with all the trauma and everything that happened to you afterwards. Not saying it's, if you are getting help, that's great, and there is definitely a lot of good in it, but it's just to pay that amount of money. It's not doable for everybody, and it's not always helpful. So we're feeling lonely, we're feeling isolated because we're isolated from our family, or, if we're stuck in our rooms, or, even if we are around other people, we feel completely alone. No, like, I can't even explain. So it's lonely for us, and, you might get somebody who is really trying to help you, and they're trying to help you to see hope or positive outlooks on things, and, there really just may not be how can I say this? Our brains are so damaged and our nervous systems are so damaged that even if you are speaking truth into our situation, we can't feel it, we can't see it. It's like this faraway thing that we can't grasp. It's just so it's so unbelievable that there is, hope, or there is going to be better days or brighter days, or we're going to heal. It's just so hard to believe. Our brains, even if we want to, it's like our brains don't want to believe it. Our brains can't, is a better word. They are literally being manipulated by damage, by drugs. Our brain can't comprehend it. And so that's frustrating for those who are trying to help, and frustrating for us because then we just feel like, there's always a rebuttal to every positive thing someone has to say. Well, this, or there's this, or yeah, but you don't know this, or, this person, they never healed, or whatever. And so, that's just one of those mindsets that you can't really run away from, and there is a lot of work you can try and do, and it's something that I try and do. It's, a lot of the challenging the thoughts, or the CBT, the DBT, that type of thing. And it's better than nothing, to try and do when you're on your own and you're feeling lonely and you're trying to get through every moment. But it's like there's something that's just blocking our brain from being able to take it in and really fully understand it or believe it. And that goes spiritually as well. For me, I'm a Christian, and I feel like, in times where people would really run to God and to receive help and receive peace, or whatever they're asking for, it's like the spiritual phone line has been cut. I know he's there, but we can't feel him, we can't connect. It's just And I know that that's true, because in times where I've had windows, I can connect and I can feel and I can hear from him. But it's like when you're having a wave and you're in a flare up or whatever you want to call it, it's just like, it's like, everything's quiet. And God hasn't moved. He hasn't changed. He hasn't walked away. He hasn't turned his face. It's us, and it's what's happening in us and in our body. Again, that leads to loneliness, and I think it all comes back down to feeling really lonely. And I am blessed in the way that I have family who haven't shunned me, but even people with family, you still feel mentally just cut off from everyone and just in your own little hellish existence. So that's kind of where our heads are at, and there's not a lot of escaping it. It's if we could just switch a button or do, this certain thing to make it go away, we all would in a heartbeat. It's I guess a really severe side effect of the damage that we've gone through, and it's something that we kind of have to really try and understand and grapple with in an individual way. And you see people who've come out of this, and they are able to reflect back and to look on these times where they felt so alone, and they've seemed to have really healed in that way, and been able to move forward. And there is that hope there, because you've seen people do it, but then again your mind just goes, well, your story is different from theirs, and everyone says they're going to be the one that doesn't heal. And it's just, it's something very individual and personal that we all have to deal with in these situations. But I think to know that we're all feeling the same way is really important. There might be that one odd person on a that you speak to that's really that they have some kind of capacity to look into the future, and they just know they're going to be okay. But that's it's pretty rare when you're going through what we're going through, because again, our brains are simply just unable to see things in a kind of rational light, and we can say, oh, we're just being realistic. And yeah, maybe we are being realistic, but you just have to try and tell yourself that my brain's lying to me. My brain is literally lying to me, and it's good at it. And I've written it down in my phone, so when I have waves, I can look at it and try and tell myself, instead of someone else telling me, Tess, your brain is lying to you. It's not you. It's the drugs, or lack of, and things like that. But and sometimes it can help, but a lot of the time it's just really, really hard. And then guilt comes in, and we feel guilty for feeling this way. We feel like a burden. We feel like all the things we all know. But I mean, where do you go with that? You just push on. Because, and I will push on every single moment. I will push on, and I will somehow get through, because I want to get to the end of this, and I want to be able to make a video and say I went through the unimaginable and I came out the other side. Because every person that does that, there are a lot of people that heal and they just disappear, and that's good, because they've gone to live their life. But the ones that stay, and the ones that make videos about their stories, become coaches, they're the ones that are saving people. They are the ones that are keeping people together. And I want to be able to do something like that. And I think if we can just have some ideas of the future, even though we can't see a positive future, just make plans anyway. I want to do this when I'm better. A lot of the time when I'm feeling bad, I'm never going to get better. I'm never going to heal. How could I possibly heal from this? And it's something that I need to be accountable for, is switching it around and saying, when I heal, I'm going to do such and such. When I heal, I'm, going to do this. And doing whatever I can do with a broken brain to get through these times and these moments and all of this. I have 5 milligrams left to go, tapering the Valium. But I am also very injured by something that happened at the start of the year, and that seems to be kind of the main event for me, is the injury from that. But I'm making this video because the more videos I make, the more accountable I have to be to stay here and to be a light for someone who in the future is feeling the same things and needs somebody to relate to. And I don't want to be all doom and gloom. I can easily be, we can all be. But we have to find something within ourselves to get through the next minute, the next hour. We have to find something. And if this can be my something, then, that's great. So that's a little bit about the mindset of somebody, like, if you're watching this and you're injured, you're harmed as well, someone like us, or if you're a carer of someone, it's not that we don't want to listen to you, it's just that we really can't. But we need it. Please keep being that light and that hope for us, as hard as it can be, because we need it so badly. Even though we might not look like we appreciate it, we need somebody to speak life into our situation. And yeah, so I'm going to try and make more videos, even when I'm feeling crap like this, even when I just don't feel like it. It's so important. And if you're going through the same thing, make videos, please. Put them out there, because people got to know what's happening to us in the world, to other people, but also for yourself, to make videos for yourself to look back on when all of this is over. And it will be over. I don't know when, I don't know how, but it will be over, and we will be better somehow. So sorry for the ramble, but I'll try to make more videos soon, and I hope you're all well, and keep fighting on, keep soldiering on. We've got this. I don't know how, but we've got this, and I love you. Bye.